Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm an American currently living in Amsterdam, but this weekend I'm actually going to Dublin, Ireland. It's 7 a.m. and I'm about to head out to go to the airport. If you didn't know, I used to live in Dublin for 4.5 years. I moved there on a working holiday visa, then I got my master's degree there, and then I worked there full-time afterwards. So I've only been back one time since I moved out of Dublin. I think it'll be fun to be back. I'm going to meet some of my friends there. Well, one of my best friends who I actually made there, she's American and she's having this huge birthday party there this weekend, so I'm of course going, but I need to finish packing up and then head to the airport because my flight is at 9:30, so gotta go, but taking you guys along with me. It's later on in the day now. My luggage was actually lost, so I do not have anything at all. Everything was in my carry-on and they had me check my carry-on. Well, they didn't have me check it, but it would cost money to carry it onto the plane and it was free to check it, so I checked it because I'm trying to save money. And yeah, they never loaded my bag onto the plane. So that's the first time that happened to me. That sucked, and I spent most of the day going around trying to like buy makeup and a couple things of clothes because again, I have nothing. I do think that they found my bag and put it on a plane over to Dublin, so hopefully I get that soon. So not a great start to the trip, but we're headed to a place called Acapulco for dinner in Dublin tonight. It's one of my favorite restaurants. I went there all the time when I lived here. It's a Mexican restaurant, as you can probably tell by the name, and if you're ever in Dublin, I highly recommend their margaritas to die for. I love them. They're so good. So that's something for me to look forward to. I think people are in the lobby now, so I'm gonna head down there. But yeah, being in Dublin is crazy. It's bringing back memories. I didn't think that I would feel this way, but when I got here, I was kind of, yeah, I was sure that my chapter here is closed, because sometimes I wonder if I would have stayed here, if I still wanted to live here, and I do think that my time here definitely has come to an end. I love it and it'll always be home to me in a type of way, but I think starting this new adventure in Amsterdam is definitely what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But yeah, people are in the lobby, so I'm gonna head down there and I will try to take you guys to dinner with me. I just got back from dinner with everyone. They went out to the bar to get some drinks and stuff, but my suitcase arrived at the hotel. I've never been more happy to see a suitcase in my life, so I just wanted to go back so I could actually get in my clothes and take my makeup off and relax, because it's been a long day. And I'm really just not into the party life as much as I was when I lived here, so I'm okay with missing out on that for a night. But yeah, basically spent a ton of money on makeup today that I didn't really need to, but hopefully I'll use it eventually at some point, so it wasn't a total waste. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready for bed now, even though it's literally like 8 o'clock. That's how you know I'm a grandmother. Younger Kaylee truly would be shook that I'm going to bed at 8 p.m. in Dublin, Ireland, but yeah, times have changed, man. Someone commented on my TikTok the other day about Amsterdam and was like, when are you gonna stop showing coffee and cute dates and going to the park, and when are you gonna start showing the real Amsterdam, the parties, the blah blah blah? I'm like, I'm just not into that. Sorry. I've literally never done a drug in my life. Drinking I've done my fair share of course, living in Dublin in my early 20s, but no, the party life is just not for me anymore. Truly not for me. I want to be in bed at 8 p.m. That's like my happy place. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. I think it's probably around 10 o'clock. I woke up the earliest out of the group because I went to bed the earliest. They stayed out until like 1 in the morning, I think. And I just went down to the breakfast buffet and had some coffee and breakfast, and everyone's starting to get up now, so we're gonna head out and walk around the city, probably walk around some of the shops, go to St. Stephen's Green, which is like the big park in Dublin. It's like comparable to Central Park in New York, just one of those big parks in the middle of a city. The group that I'm with is going to the Guinness factory in the afternoon, and because I used to live here, I've gone there like 5 times. So I'm gonna skip out on that. I'm gonna meet up with them when they're done with the Guinness factory, and then we have dinner reservations tonight. I'm actually not sure where because I didn't make them, but I'm just gonna hit some of the spots today in Dublin that I used to go to when I lived here, reminisce, walk around a bit, and see where the day takes me. Day 2 in Ireland. Day 1 was not off to a great start with the lost luggage, and actually a lot of people in the group that I'm in weren't feeling good, so let's hope that today's a better day for everyone. I'm back in the hotel room. I've been back for a while. I was walking around Grafton Street, which is the main shopping street in Dublin, but while I was shopping, a girl came up to me who was so nice, and she recognized me from my TikToks, which is crazy because I didn't think I would get recognized in Ireland, but she was American, and she had saw one of my TikToks from maybe like a year ago talking about how you can move over to Ireland as an American and my experience living here, and she actually got the visa that I was talking about and moved over here, and she found her housing through someone in the comments of one of my videos, which is insane. So if you're watching this, you're probably not, but if you are, it was so cool to meet you, and thank you. You actually made my trip. You made my day. That was the 4th time that I've gotten noticed since I moved here, which is crazy, in 2 different countries now. So that's wild, and I just love connecting with you guys in real life. It's so cool because I'm just used to talking to a screen, and it's nice to actually see people who watch my videos and talk to you guys face to face. So if you ever see me in person, please come say hi because it's so cool. It's such a surreal thing to get recognized by people and connect. I love it. But like I said in my last clip, people were going to the Guinness factory, so I didn't do that. I was just walking around today, and then I just sat in the hotel room for a little bit and FaceTimed my grandparents. I usually FaceTime them on the weekends because of the time difference. My grandpa still works, so I can't FaceTime them during the weekdays because he'll be at work, and then I'm asleep when he gets home from work. So I talked to them, which is nice, and yeah, now we're just heading out to dinner. It's the next morning now. I just got breakfast at like the free breakfast buffet at the hotel. Everyone stayed out last night until like 2 or 3 in the morning, so people are just waking up now. We were planning on going to Bread 41, which is this really nice bakery in Dublin. I used to get my bread there all the time when I lived here, and they have the best almond croissants. They have such good pastries, but because everyone was out late, everyone's waking up kind of late, so we're probably gonna skip that. And some people went golfing today in Bray, which is just like a tiny beach town, and also Greystones, which is another tiny beach town right next to Bray. So we're gonna take the train there and meet them there for when they're done golfing and just walk around the beach town, go to this little cafe restaurant called The Happy Pear. It's run by these 2 Irish twins who are vegan. I used to love their cookbooks when I lived here, and I also loved going to The Happy Pear. Their food is delicious. Even if you're not vegan, the food is insane. So we're gonna head there, get some lunch there, and then later on in the day, we'll be back in the city, and we have reservations at this game place. I don't know the name of it. I'll find it out for you guys, but it's new in Dublin, or new enough where it wasn't here when I lived here or the last time I was here, and you can just play like Mario Kart, golf, stuff like that on a big screen, I think. But those are the plans for today, so I'll definitely take you guys along with me. next morning now. I cannot figure out the lighting in this hotel room, so if it's off in all the clips, you know why. But last night we went to Pitch, which is a new virtual golfing place in Dublin. I say new, I think it's fairly new, but it wasn't here when I lived here at least. It's on Dawson Street, which is pretty much, it's the city center, so it's right there if you ever want to do it. But they had like real golf games, like mini golf, target games. The window's also open if you guys hear any background noise. But we did that. That was fun. We were there for like 3 hours, which I thought was a good chunk of time, and it went by fast, which is how you know you're having fun. And then afterwards we went to Zaytoons for food. That's like the typical night out in Dublin food if you've ever been here. Everyone goes to Zaytoons after a night out. So we did that and then had kind of an early night because everyone else was going on a paddy wagon tour today to the Cliffs of Moher, but I've done that like 7 times. And there's also a huge chance in the winter that you don't see the cliffs because of the fog and stuff. So I just skipped out on that, and I'm heading back home to Amsterdam today. So I'm gonna head to the hotel breakfast now and then maybe return some of the stuff that I bought. But I'll insert clips from last night now. I just got back to my room from the hotel breakfast and I was packing my suitcase. You can see it like right there. I have a lot of extra stuff because of when I lost my suitcase at the beginning of the trip. I didn't lose it, Aer Lingus lost it. So I had to buy a bunch of stuff. So now it's pretty thick, but I think I'll be able to fit everything. I'm gonna go return a belt at Zara. I did think that my flight was at 2 today, but it's at 1:20, so I have to leave a little bit earlier than I thought. So I have to get going, and then I might get a coffee on the way back to the hotel and just get a taxi to the airport because I don't feel like dealing with buses right now with a suitcase. I'm also sweating because our hotel room is so hot and I'm in my typical airport outfit. Let me layer all of the heaviest pieces that I brought. So I have this leather jacket, then I have a sweater, which I like this sweater a lot. I actually got it at a market in Amsterdam, but then I have a shirt on underneath that, and then I have like my big baggy jeans on. So pray that I'm not drenched on this flight. But yeah, I'm gonna go return that belt now. I'm walking by where I used to go to school, which is kind of crazy. Let me show you guys. This is where I used to enter to go to my classes. Right there. Alright guys, I made my returns. I'm back at the hotel and now I really need to go to the airport. The bag is fully packed to the brim. It literally has like the extenders on and everything, but we packed it all. I did want to walk through Trinity and just reminisce, which is where I got my master's degree. I showed you guys a tiny little bit, but I just don't have time, so I know I'll be back. But it is weird walking through a city that you lived so much of your life in and grew so much as a person, and now you're just somewhere totally different in life. But yeah, not gonna get too deep on that. Gotta head to the airport.